What is up, guys? Lasso XO back with another video. Remember, if you want to see more Assetto on the channel, all you got to do is hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications if you don't want to miss a single upload from me. We've got a lot to cover today, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Alright, welcome back to Assetto Corsa. Today we're going to be running around the same track, just different car. I wanted to kind of talk to you guys today about something that I've noticed a little bit that, we've just not dove into quite a while. Assetto Corsa is one of the biggest driving simulators out there. It dives into a lot of real world aspects of driving, not bashing any other games, but take like Need for Speed or anything like that. The physics of Need for Speed, taking a corner at like 100 and something miles an hour, you can handle it because the physics are just there. Because you can take that corner and just keep going. But something like Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa is meant to be played on a full wheel rig. That includes wheel, pedals, shifter, e-brake, wheel stand. That's meant to be a driving simulator and a racing game. So it kind of gives you the feel of a real life, racing simulator. Because as you can tell here, as I'm going into this curve, I'm having to constantly correct because I can't hold it and go into the curve. Because if I hold it and go into the curve with the settings that I have now, it'll go into the grass, kind of like what you just seen here. As I'm going into this spot here, you see me go into the grass a little bit. Taking curves and corners at speeds like this is just interesting to see. That's like, drifting in Assetto Corsa. Some people can do it. I'm not the best at drifting, period, especially when it comes to asphalt. But as you can see here on the first lap, when I got the tires warmed up, you can see here as I slowed down coming into the corner, I just decided, hey, I'm going to rip the e-brake right there and try to drift it, and I just wasn't able to hold it. Because the physics in Assetto are just flat awesome. If you mess up, as you can see right there, I tried to do it again and couldn't hold it. But the crazy thing with Assetto is the physics are there. The physics are real. If you mess up, you have to know how to correct yourself, because if you don't, you're going to put it straight into the wall. I've talked about this before, but I haven't went into very much detail about the physics and how the physics play into driving. But as I said, the game is meant for a full wheel and rig setup, because that's how most of these people play. Because if you look at, people like the Slap Train, and, Bruffy, and all these people that play these racing games, they do a lot of these racing games on a wheel setup. And it makes it a lot easier because you can actually tell what your car is doing and how it's affecting you, because you have the force feedback on the wheel and you have everything, set up the way you want it on the wheel. In regards to playing, games like this with a controller, you don't have that feedback because you can't tell if you're going into a corner at 80, 90 miles an hour, say like here, where, as you can tell on my speedometer, I am doing quite a bit going into this curve. You're not going to have the feedback on the controller that you would with a wheel. So games like this, it's best to be played on a wheel, and you'll understand how driving simulators work and how they better, better serve a purpose on a wheel than they would a controller. I mean, that's really all I've got to cover for today. And I know I've been talking the entire video, but I thought, I might as well just go a little bit more into depth on how I feel that Assetto has been. But this game, you really don't get the full experience of Assetto unless you have a wheel setup, which, I don't have. But you got to admit, for a controller, I can play fairly well. But maybe one of these days we'll get together and we'll see about putting a wheel setup on my system and getting everything taken care of as far as the wheel setup goes. But let me know down in the comment section below if you guys, if any of you racing guys, you have a wheel setup. If you do, what do you have and what are your settings? Because it all depends on your settings for the wheel setup. I mean, everything revolves around your settings on the wheel. But, I mean, it's just people's preference. I have certain settings on the controller where, my steering speed is up. As you can tell, as I'm going into some of these corners, the guy is like yanking the steering wheel. But that's because I've had to bring the steering response up on the controller to better benefit, me driving on the controller, as I just freaking nearly get taken out by the bridge post. But I know I've been talking a lot in this video, and it was kind of a Assetto Corsa rant, if you will. But remember, guys, if you did enjoy the video, if you found this information helpful about the physics and how the physics can play into your experience and what would be best considered in your experience, whether you like playing this on a controller or a wheel, let me know down in the comment section below. If you did find the video helpful, a like rating would be awesome. Subscribe if you're new and don't want to miss any other videos like this. Hopefully you guys enjoy your week. Hopefully you guys have plans for the rest of your summer. And with that out of the way, guys, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Be careful, be particular in whatever it is you may do, and we'll catch you on the next video.